You're listening to the Artists and Musicians Hub.
And you're listening to the Artists and Musicians Hub.
You're listening to the Artists and Musicians Hub.
I'm originally from Killeen, Texas. You know what I'm saying? I go by the name of Highstrung. I'm an artist currently located out here in San Antonio right now. I've traveled many different places, but San Antonio is my home, and yeah, I go by Highstrung. Flyzone is my label, you know what I'm saying? As we've always discussed, you know what I mean? Flyzone just means being fly in your own zone, you know what I mean? Well, I started doing music probably when I was really young, you know what I'm saying? I always just kind of been into it. I never really knew how to write music. I actually met an older person who, by the name of Larry Smith. At the time, he was a childhood friend, but he was older than us, and he taught me how to write music. And when I first started rapping, I used to do it to make fun of other rappers. So whatever rapper was hot at that time, like T.I. used to turn his hat to the side. Rick Ross would, you know, he was heavy set, so I used to rap like him with his deep voice. And a friend of mine actually told me I needed to take it seriously because I was using my own lyrics, and he was like, yo, you actually can rap. But then, you know, my father, who's very active in my life, he had told me that he was like, yo, if you really want to be, you know, see if people mess with you, you got to go to, he's like, you got to go to a bigger city. You know what I mean? He's like, so he was like, I would try a bigger city other than Killeen. I was thinking in my head, I thought differently. Like, instead of going to Houston where everybody was going, instead of going to Dallas, I was like, where's somewhere that no rapper has just really blown up? And for me, it was like San Antonio. Like, we have a lot of great talent here, but nobody had we don't have like a Jay-Z from here. We don't have a T.I. from here. You know what I mean? So when I first started rapping, nobody wanted to collab with me. Everybody said I couldn't rap because of my style. Now those same people want to pay me top dollar to get a collab. Now those same people come around. I've seen some of those same people at my concerts. You know what I'm saying? So I think that you can change people's perception by showing them that you're not a quitter. You know what I mean? There are some people right now that's in the highest places when it comes to this game or when it comes to any entertainment or any type of career. And sometimes I know that we all have that thought of, how did he get there? Or how did she get in that position? But it's because they never gave up. The greatest thing you could ever do is never give up on yourself. You ever seen a horse race? Horses race with these blinders on. They don't even see the horse next to them. They just running. You know what I'm saying? They don't even really, they know they're racing, but they really don't. They just running. They're just running their race. I kind of have that vision when it comes to the hate. And then I always look at it from a positive end, is that most of the hate that I've received, I get it through somebody else. It's never said directly to me. So it shows me that my haters do respect me. Some of the things that I've been doing to keep busy during COVID-19, man, has been, you know, I've had to be creative. I'm gonna say that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, for one, you know, I'm a people person. So for me to have to be confined to the house, you know, which I know a lot of people, it was hard for me. You know what I mean? Especially being an entertainer, you know what I'm saying? So for me, one of the things that I've been doing is trying to come up with new creative ways to try to figure out how I can keep entertaining my fans. So I've been, you know, I started a show called Trill Talk No Cap, where I've not only interviewed locals and given locals an opportunity that's never had an interview or that want to get their music out there, their art, whether they paint, no matter what you do. It's a chance for them, it's a platform for them to get on there and be able to talk about what they do and talk about themselves. And I also was able to get celebrities on there as well, because celebrities are at home, you know, just chilling and they have nothing else to do too. So I started that, and you know, people are paying attention and a lot more. The clothing has been booming. You know, Flyzone is also a clothing brand. So it's about building confidence. So a lot of people have been buying the clothing. A lot of people have been sitting down listening to the music. So I've gained a lot more fans. So for me, keeping busy, it's been just, I've been able to be more in tune with my career. When I first came here, I had dropped a CD, like my first ever like project was a mixtape called The Definition. You know what I'm saying? And I was popular in high school. Then I dropped a project when I got here called The Exam. Now that project, even to this day, I went to I'll tell you a quick little story. I went to a producer's house like maybe a couple of months ago. He had it on his wall. You know what I'm saying? And that was great because I never met this guy in my life. You know what I'm saying? He just told me, hey, I want you to come through. I want you to record in my studio. I said, cool. And I noticed that out of all the collages, he had my mixtape was on there. And I said, yo, this me. He's like, I know, bro. He was like, man, when you dropped this mixtape, it had flooded the streets. And I had realized I sold 10,000 out the trunk of that mixtape, 10,000 copies, and I had no radio promo. You know what I mean? That was just all me. And then right after that, I dropped Legacy, which was a very big project for me as well, because that was the project that I decided to get a little bit more personal in my life. You know, it stopped being more about the flash, and I started to grow as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought that when you first stepped into the game, you had to rap about your watch. You know what I'm saying? Your watch, your chain. I came through in that thing. You know what I'm saying? I thought you had to like kind of like spit like that, talk about, you know, your ice, and I was like, you know, but I started to realize people related more toward what you go through. You know what I'm saying? When I started talking about the things that I was going through, things that was happening in my life, me and my dad's relationship at the time, people was like, yo, like I go through that same thing, like, yo, like, and, you know, I started to develop a different type of fan. Instead of fans coming up and asking for my autograph, I had fans coming up and asking me like, hey, whatever happened to you and your dad when y'all was in that situation? Or whatever happened to you and old girl? Did y'all stay together? Did y'all break up? So people was just listening to my music and really wanted to know what happened in those situations that I wasn't finishing talking about in those songs. The new album is called Life, L-Y-F-E, for Live Your Freedom Every Day. One thing I noticed is that in life, we're always worried about who's the hottest, who's the most popular, what the president said, what, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I got another funny story. I was in line in Walmart behind these two girls, and I heard one girl tell another girl, did you know that Beyonce's favorite pizza is pepperoni? And she was like, oh, word? And she was like, what's your favorite pizza? The girl told her, I don't know. So it told me that she knew more about Beyonce than herself. And I thought that was crazy, because a lot of us do that. We know more about a celebrity, we know more about people than we do ourselves. Right now, it's hard to say, because obviously we're dealing with the pandemic and, you know, everybody's, but so I don't know if I'll be traveling soon, you know what I'm saying? I know that I am talking with the team. There is no set date, there is no concrete, but we are conversing about having a digital concert. You know, I would love to do my concert that I do annually every year, and people have been in my inbox and on my social medias asking me about a Flyzone 4 concert, because we've sold out 3, so we're looking to sell out 4, but it's looking like it might go digital. We don't know yet though. It's no set date, or it's no, you know, it's not even in concrete. It's just conversation between me and the team. And as far as like a release date on this album coming out, there isn't one either. Yes, for whatever dream that you have, whether it be music or anything else, I just want to simply say, you know what I'm saying? Find out what it is you truly want to do. Find out what it is, what goal you really have for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Write it down. And you know what I'm saying? And do anything that you can to make sure that goal happens, and never give up on yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing that you can do, is never give up on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people do. You know what I'm saying? And understand that you're not too small, you're not too big, you're not too tall, you're not too short, you're not too old, you're not too young to do anything. You know what I'm saying? You can start now. I started a school program called Strong on Knowledge, where I go into schools and I perform with the kids and I talk to the kids, and you know what I'm saying? The kids, they think some of those kids have told me something as great as, you're like the Jay-Z of our city. But they say this because they never got a chance to touch Jay-Z. They never got a chance to touch Rowdy Rich or whoever's hot at the time, Nipsey Hussle, whoever. They never got a chance to see these people. You know what I'm saying? To us, they've always been on TV. That's where they've always been. We don't really see them like that. But to see somebody that come from your neighborhood, or that come from that comes from the same struggle you come from, or that can understand your struggle and your hustle, that to them, that's like, yo, I can reach out to him. So definitely hit me up on Instagram at official Highstrung. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can check out, if y'all want to hear my music and you haven't heard it yet, you can go to youtube.com/Highstrung official. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Strong Official. Make sure you or actually I'm tripping, it's Official Strong, excuse me. Yeah, I believe that's all the social medias, and I'm on every platform. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Apple Music, Google Play, Shazam, anything that you could look up music on. You know what I'm saying? I'm on there, iTunes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that I can inspire the public. I hope that I can continue to inspire. I hope I keep gaining more fans, and most definitely. Having a great time, and I can't deny I love it. When a hater started hating, so we got into a scuffle.
Put me in them handcuffs and